And we're live. Welcome back, my devious scoundrels of intrigue and high seas adventure. When last we left our heroes, the crew was triumphant at the Feywild Gala during the winter solstice, but it has set events in motion, and the seas are calling once more. Not all victories are without consequence, and danger lurks in the future. But first, some housekeeping we must do before we kick on to the next high seas adventure. For saving Lady Adula and bringing her out of the crystalline prison from which she was imprisoned, you were each sort of offered some goodies, a bit of a, goodie bag. If you leave a party, you got to go home with a bit of a goodie bag, apart from all the things you stole, obviously Diana Cloppington is walking away with a magic bow. A magic quiver. And Karu, I think you're walking away with a necklace of some kind. Well, actually, 2 necklaces. I think you probably do get your necklace back from Lady Adula.
Oh, nice.
How do you explain to her that you gave it to her simulacrum and that you would like it back?
That I did the what?
How do you explain to Lady Adula that you gave your actual necklace that belongs that you treasure? How do you go to the now rescued Adula and explain that you gave it away to the ice version of her and that you would like it back, please? Or do you just steal it?
I think I would like to steal it instead.
Sure.
And then I'll have this awkward conversation.
Paulie can help you with that if you want.
Yeah, no, no, actually, good point. I think, like, Paulie, you overhear Karu going, "Oh, I gotta get my necklace back."
I got you, buddy.
Yes.
Is it going to be like in the pile of ice that's left there?
It was actually delivered to one of the rooms. So she hasn't been holding on to all these items that were gifts. You get gifts at a party, you go put them in the special gift room. So I think Karu and Paulie kind of sneak off to go take care of that. Possibly during the time while Killian is getting incredible praise for being the greater magician than Cormac the Magus, having reappeared Lady Adula in front of the crowd. Everyone's attention is on him, and Karu and Paulie, you're able to sort of slink around the house a little bit.
I mean, what Paulie's going to just whisper to Karu as we go along is like, I mean, look, I know the Fae like to lie, but Killing the Great Magician, did you see Cormac's set? It was fucking perfect.
I know, but I feel like we got to give Killian a bit of a boost because he was really like, I don't think he liked that he got upstaged by that magician.
Okay, all right. We'll be nice.
That card trick was fucking sick.
It was phenomenal. I mean, like, how did he know that was the card?
How did he pull it out of his sleeve? When the cards were on the table, and then the guy had the card, but then he pulled the card out of his sleeve. How?
It was I don't know. It was fucking magic. That's all I can say.
I reckon if Killian wore sleeves, he could do that kind of magic too.
He definitely could do that kind of magic. I agree. He just needs to wear sleeves.
Killian's just like, thank you. I will murder anyone who disagrees with me.
What was that?
He's gonna murder anyone who disagrees with him.
I'll take it, sorry.
So Karu, I think you get you're able to find your necklace amongst. It's been placed like not reverently, but like, sort of nicely. You're able to find it in sort of a pile of other small gifts that were given. Do you want to describe just to the party again, kind of what it was? Because I guess Paulie would definitely see this thing up, right, as you guys are going through different things. I just want a reminder, since it's been a couple of weeks since you departed with this treasured thing.
Yeah, so it's like, I think it's become one chain, and it's got 2 pendants on it, and they are pendants that one is a shell and one is a shark tooth, and
yep.
On the pendants there's like Elvish writing on it, which for the not players, I don't know, people who can read Elvish. The one on the shell, I think, says Karu King Climber, And then the one on the shark says Lyric Ultimate Leader, and it's very like childishly written.
Was it the that Simpsons episode? Like those children would be very offended if they could read. So don't worry, your secret's safe with Paulie.
As the rest of the party winds up, Yama, what are you kind of doing? You've around this time, or perhaps a little bit after this, you have had a bit of a conversation with Karu. Karu, maybe is a little less dejected. I know, Karu, you're a little bit dejected coming out of that place, but are now maybe a little recovered, having received this back. But I think, Yama, you were a bit, obviously, angry and dejected coming out of that place, and no mere necklace is going to fix that for you. So do you bring up your feelings now, or do you kind of wait until after what we know is going to happen, obviously, when you're back on the ship?
I guess we got all timey-wimey. Maybe he does bring up now. Like if everyone's gathered, he would probably just, or maybe he even pulls the captain aside, just to like spare Karu's feelings for now, and he's like, "Look, Captain, what happened in there, it was terrible, and I have so much left undone, so much left unsaid to my son. My brother is still monstrous and at large, and I think I'm going to go back. I need to head back towards the Western Steppes. I need to head back towards where I've heard the hobgoblin armies are amassing with the Navy. I can't let this stand. I've already had a conversation with the Summer Fae King, and I'll be leaving with them. My plan is to approach their monarch and ask for help."
Why are you going with them? We'll just come with you.
Well, I know you guys are already on your own quest.
No, we're not.
And well, I wouldn't want to take away from your plans.
You're not.
Well, you really plan to come along then?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Well,
quest
I
smashed.
don't know.
What
I don't know
adventure?
what will be.
What adventure is there without Yama? There is no adventure. Really,
Well,
anything you need us to do is more important than any of the frightful fancies that we're going for treasure and escapades. If you want to go look after your son, we're going with you.
I definitely appreciate the backup, but I don't know what we're heading into.
Have you told the rest of the crew this? Try it with them. I reckon you get the same response.
I'm a little bit scared to talk to Karu, honestly.
Karu, come here.
Huh? What?
Come
Okay.
here, Killian. You too. Come here.
Killian
Killian.
pries himself away from all the adoring Fae fans.
Sorry, my fans. I'm sorry. I'll be back. I'll return to you in time. Gives him a bow.
I think Yama quickly turns back to the buffet table and puts a big cake in his mouth, and he's like, "I'm thinking about leaving."
You leave, I kill you. We come with you.
But I don't know what we're facing.
Hey, Karu, what do you reckon?
Would you rather not know what we're facing or face me and die? I mean,
Yeah, that's yeah. I think we should just come with you.
It could be the whole Navy. It could be the whole hobgoblin army.
It's fine. I can
I
take him.
don't.
do you see
Whoa.
my fans? I'm the greatest wizard of all time.
I don't know. I think that guy got a really big standing ovation.
No, you did a really good job, Killian. I'm just gonna be like,
You should consider
Damn right I
sleeves.
No.
Well, if
I do a magic show and a gun show, okay?
Okay, yeah, no, that's fair. That is actually
he comes from
much
the America.
more
He comes from the America dimension. He has the right to bear arms.
God damn it.
I got 2 guns.
Well, if you guys are willing to face possible death, possible torture, possible slaughter at the hands of the hobgoblins, there are definitely some nasty folk.
Isn't
Like,
that
I'd
just
be
all of the foreplay that happens in Kari's cabin?
Hey. What?
We flash back to the captain just stands outside the door and is like,
And that's
with the
all I hear is just screaming.
Well, yeah. That aside, I'd be pleased to have you at my back.
Yeah. No,
Always.
you're not leaving. The only way
If
you
you
can
wanna
leave this
die.
team is if you die. Which,
Yeah.
And
okay,
even then-
apparently if you go to leave, Killian will kill you. But hey, maybe don't go for death that way. Maybe
Killian's hands
gloriously
are
in battle.
smoldering at the moment. Just
Or you have to
Kara's, like,
ascend,
patting them down.
or you have to ascend to some kind of godhood, like Sorn did.
Yeah. Either be God or die in glorious battle. That's
against
it.
Killian.
Those are your
Or-
choices.
Or we all retire at the same time of old age.
And
I
I
won't. That's
murder
okay.
all of you.
All
what?
right. Well, I'll definitely glorious battle.
And yes, no, you never have to fight these things alone. Not ever again. Okay.
Also, I kind of want to fight a navy. Sounds fun.
Mhm.
Yeah, we can do that. I feel like I've done that in my past. I don't
The
remember.
Navy is just a couple hundred ships you've got to kill. All right. Okay. Right. We can do that. It's not a problem.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
use a lot of fire. Ships are made
Yeah.
of wood.
And I swim under ships and can put holes in them underneath so that they just sink.
I also send waves. Sometimes.
Oh yeah, I
The
know
car
about
is on
that.
the other side of the
Yeah.
ship. I don't got
I'm
no
well
idea.
aware. Yeah, well aware of the waves. Yeah, now heads up next time.
Well,
Or not, I guess.
Either way, Yama, we have your back. That is the most important thing you need to realize. If you have something more important that you need to do, then we're all doing it.
Yelma takes a big wipe of his face and he's like, well, thanks, guys.
nerd. No need to cry.
Here, have more cake.
I'm not crying.
Hobgoblins are just incredibly moist around the eyes. It's just natural.
yeah, it's the sea water.
You reckon it's raining in the Feywild? I think it's raining.
He's ready.
Definitely raining here.
So with a resolved purpose to work together, the end of the party, the end of the gala, kind of comes together, and Lady Adula reminds you that because you won the Hunt the Heart competition, you have yet to claim your prize. In thanks for rescuing her, she also offers Killian. She offers to scribe out a scroll for you from her spellbook. So that you may cast it or, transcribe it yourself going forward. And she also offers a number of sort of gems and fungible jewelry to the tune of 3,000 gold.
Hell yeah.
And she reminds you that you need to pick out your prize from one of the rooms. So the sort of crystal key you've won, will open one of effectively 3 doors in her place, and you'll be able to take one of the items inside that room. And one of the first room, you see a symbol on it. It's sort of a book with what appears to be kind of like arcane runes around the book. The second room has on the door has a motif of a ship's steering wheel and an anchor. And the third one has sort of flowers and a sun and sort of leaves in different seasons. And so those are the 3 doors you can.
No, we have to, Kara turns to everybody's like, so we have to agree on which door we're picking.
I
The
guess.
book one sounds
I'd vote
boring.
Wow.
Hey, that one sounds really fun.
I also vote flowers.
Shut up, sleeveless
Flowers.
magician. I'm all for the ships.
Sleeveless
You want me to shut
magician.
up? You're outvoted currently.
Yeah, flowers.
If my insult was better than everyone else's, that should count for 2.
Jason, that's how it
Hey,
works.
Adula, do you have do you know the spell Power Word Kill by any chance?
She says, "Look, I mean, I don't have it prepared, but I'm sure I have it somewhere in the library."
Interesting.
I would warn you against that level of mutiny against your captain, though.
No. He's fine. He's all right. If I did need a, so, do you know anything about curses? Because this idiot went and got cursed.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be a
See?
werebear.
Idiot.
She looks over at her partner Elias, and he kind of nods sadly. And oh my god, I'm so sorry. I don't have any kind of remove curse ability here, but I'm sure I can do a writ of introduction to a cleric back in the Isles who may be able to help you out.
Bearing in mind she did have.
Couldn't Yama fix it actually? Couldn't Yama fix it?
Oh, did she have it
Yeah,
prepared,
Yama
Killian?
can
Sorry,
fix it.
I don't
It
have
was
her.
prepared, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, then,
Yeah,
yeah,
I've got
she
her
could probably
spell.
actually remove it now. Sorry, my bad. I don't have it
Yeah.
open.
Yeah, I've got her spell list.
Okay, then yeah, she can sort you out if you want it now. Anticlimactic, but cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah. Well, look, hey, Paulie, how do you feel about becoming a bird bear moron
Can I
amalgamation?
fly?
Well, no, bears are very heavy.
No, I don't want to be a
I
bear.
feel like it's almost funnier to curse.
You just tell him. Sorry, Karu whispers. You could just tell him that you cured him of the curse, and then
yeah.
and then he.
I flick him between the eyes. You cured.
I wouldn't know any different. And I trust my crew, so I believe it's true.
And I'll say to her, yeah, all right. I'll forego the spell scroll. Can you just?
Oh no, I'm happy to give you the spell scroll. I look, it's the least I can do. My partner inflicted this upon you, and you've helped us so much. So she'll get the book out and cast remove curse. You feel it's a lot more tingly and a lot less painful in the middle of your forehead than what Killian attempted to do, and you feel.
Wait, does Ordana have sleeves?
Does she have sleeves?
No, she's in a ball gown.
Yeah, she's in a ball gown. It's very tattered at the moment. She's probably only got like one
Are there
glove
sleeves?
left. No, it's more like a long arm glove.
See, I mean, you can wear gloves. You know, that seems to make the magic work better too. Because I can feel her magic. Yours just felt like a flick on the forehead.
Nah, my remove curse works very differently than hers. Mine tries to knock you out, it goes away, but you didn't get knocked out. I didn't do it
Okay,
hard enough.
all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Maybe
uncanny dodged
sleeves or gloves will help with that.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well. Well.
Excellent. So Paulie, yeah, you feel the sort of werebear curse leave you. There's maybe a lingering want for honey and picnic baskets that'll probably fade in time.
Yay, I really didn't want to be a werebear. Really did not want to be a werebear.
So we're picking the flower door, right? Yep.
I'm with
Well, now it's
What?
2 for 2.
Diana,
I'm
which
just
one
here
do you want?
I'm just here for a bit of fun. Hey Diana, stay out of this.
Diana, baby, come and vote. You're
Hey,
just as
Diana,
important as the rest of us.
Hey Diana.
Diana
who
sort of holds up her hands.
saved your life?
Diana, who makes your nights wonderful and joyful?
Who
Come on.
saved your life, Diana?
She says, "Look,
No more than an hour
I
ago.
appreciate it, but I'm not. I leave the voting stuff up to the lieutenants. And as far as I know, the captain breaks ties. is how it usually goes.
This is rigged.
Yeah, it is. You guys need to learn more about boat stuff. Isn't that right, Captain?
Here we go. Yay! I like being fair when I'm playing my role as the captain. So, do we want heads or tails, guys?
I want flowers. What? I don't understand.
Right, flowers is 1, chips is 2.
Fuck.
Hell yeah.
I still say rigged.
Rigged.
All right. So you've decided on the ship door.
Mm-hmm.
Killian's just gonna say it very loudly. That magic coin I gave him was real useful. And winks. There is no magic coin.
You use the key in the door, you open it up, and inside is a room just full of a collection of items reflecting Lady Adula's past and her fascination with the sea and its many mysteries. You see a... you see a kind of helm that seems to be almost kind of part fish. It's almost like that ocean master. It's kind of got like the fish fins coming up the side of the face of the helm. There's on one of the tables is a compass. You see in a little jewelry box a pearl. Over on a weapon rack there is a coral inlaid trident. On one of the shelves there's a lantern. A cloak that looks like it's made of like manta ray skin, a stoppered flask, a little figurine made of driftwood, a small dagger that seems to be made out of a sea serpent fang, boots that have sort of like coral inlay, and a shell of sort of like a clamshell kind of thing on a little cushion as well.
Do we each get an item, or is it one item?
It's one item.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay.
So there's a helm, silver inlaid. The silver and teal helm is adorned with gravings of crashing waves, tiny sapphires mimicking droplets of water. A compass, bronze inlaid compass with a shimmering pearl. A standalone pearl, perfectly smooth and glossy black, the size of a thumb. A trident made of polished driftwood with gleaming coral spikes. A glass lantern filled with a glowing, pulsating blue liquid that seems alive. A flowing cloak of dark blue and grey fabric that glimmers like rippling water and has sort of a manta ray design. A bronze flask shaped like a kraken. A small statuette carved from driftwood. A dagger seemingly made of a razor-sharp sea serpent tooth. Sleek boots with soles made from hardened coral. And a clamshell. Yeah, those are the 11 things that are in this room.
Is the compass magical? I don't know.
Yeah, I like the compass.
You get a feel that everything, all these items in this room are magical. I mean, there's probably other stuff in this room too, but you're sort of drawn to these 11 items, and you can pick one.
Killian points at the dagger.
Yeah, I
That's
like the sound of the dagger and the compass.
The compass has got me intrigued.
Mm-hmm. Same. Also,
Killian's
the
just gonna
pearl
go, "Ah,
randomly.
good. You guys fight amongst yourselves. Killian's gonna walk.
All right.
We need him to work out what everything does.
Yeah, you're the magic guy.
Come back.
What?
You're the one that looks at magic shit and works out what it does.
Yeah.
I need to return
I'm
to my
scared of
adoring
shit.
public.
You can go
We
back
need
to
you,
them later.
Yeah.
What about your adoring team?
Hmm.
I won't mention the sleeve thing for a whole day.
Same.
I'm
Well-
definitely asking for power word kill. Anyway, Arcana check.
What are you attempting to do?
I just
Everything.
want to, like, the items that We'll go down the list. I'll look at the compass first. I want to see if I can like glean anything from.
All right. I was gonna say, rather than making you make 11 separate Arcana checks.
Oh no, it's just the 3 items.
Okay.
Keen on.
So with a 14, I'll give you. That's gonna be your like 1 Arcana check because I'm not gonna do even 3 Arcana checks. We'll be here all day. The main things you're looking at. So with the compass. So what were the 3 items? Sorry, that you were looking at.
Compass, dagger, and
The pearl.
The
Pearl.
pearl. Just curious about it.
Okay. So the compass, this bronze compass inlaid with a shimmering pearl. The needle is. You can feel that the needle is always pointing. It's not pointing at north. It in fact appears to be pointing towards the nearest source of fresh water. As you kind of walk around it, you find that and test it on a couple of different things. It is always pointing at sort of the same location. With a 14, it definitely has another feature to it that has something to do with uncovering secrets. With a 14, I think you can't discern that right now. The pearl, the perfectly smooth, glossy black pearl, the size of a thumb, it's cool to the touch, and when held, the faint sound of waves can be heard emanating from it. Tiny carvings of fish and shells encircle its delicate silver setting. You feel that there's sort of almost like a spell stored in this thing, and you think it would help people be able to breathe underwater.
Cool.
For the fang, a dagger made from a massive razor-sharp sea serpent tooth. Its surface is slick and glistening and emits a faint smell of brine. The hilt is wrapped in dark leather that seems to grow damp when underwater. This dagger is a little bit larger than a regular one, so it probably does a little bit more damage, and it seems to have an ability on it to kind of weaken someone's constitution.
what do we think, guys? What do you want? Well, there you go. They're the 3 things.
The compass secret thingy sounds fun. But
It
like
does.
it could point at secrets or something.
And water is good because that means you can find the closest island or closest ship.
True.
Yeah.
We can
Also,
use it.
I just like
we can
water.
use it. Huh?
What?
Oh, so we could use it. Yeah, we could use it for piracy. If you think about it,
Yeah. Oh, and also just finding places to swim.
and piracy.
Piracy and swimming. I'm here for both. And do both at once. I think it's a compass.
Yeah.
I think we all like the
Yeah.
compass.
I think we're going for compass. We love secrets.
We like finding secrets, especially if it's treasure.
And Yama likes compasses.
True.
Oh, we need to go find the magician and get the compass near him with all of his secrets, his magics.
He's long gone. He
Oh.
left.
That's a good first use.
Oh, yeah.
Very good first use.
Love it.
I mean, could we use the compass in this room to see if there are any secrets in this room? I'm not saying we steal, but
I am.
Do you pick up the compass?
yes.
Okay.
I mean, I assume we do. I don't. Kara does not do that. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
I think Yama should pick it up.
I think
Yeah.
you can pick up these items. You just can't like leave the room with more than one, right?
All right. Well,
I s-
Yama will pick up the compass and like do a turnabout the room, thinking about secrets.
As you turn, you try and you try a couple of configurations. You sort of turn a little bit, and the fact that you said turn. So as you turn turn around and even you sort of turn it in your hand to kind of face the right way, the compass face shimmers, and within sort of like 10 feet of you, next to you on a wall, there is a shimmer. And it reveals a hidden door.
Ooh.
Hell yeah. This is the best.
You guys were right.
All right, let's
who's
look at the
first?
let's look at the hidden door.
Do it.
Is it locked?
That's the best.
So you're able to, once you like know that door is there, it's got a shimmer to it. The illusion is kind of some almost like faulty, whilst Yama is close by it. Yama, if you move away slightly, it kind of the illusion resets and you can't see the door anymore. It's only when you get very close. By close, I mean 10 feet isn't that close, I suppose. But yeah, there's a door leading to a small passageway. And you poke your head in, and there's actually another room on the other side, and you can see what looks to be sort of a Feywild themed room.
This is the flower room.
I think so, yeah.
Oh,
We'll have a look in the flower room, guys.
yeah.
She did say we can only take one thing from that room. Didn't say anything about this room. We could take everything from this fucking room.
Yeah, I mean, the wording, we could get her on her wording.
Yep.
let me like put the compass down so it's like word of the law kind of
Well,
doesn't leave
before
this
you-
room.
Put it. Yeah, correct. Yes, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Good.
I'll also point out, just as a DM point of order, whilst she resides in the Feywild, she is not a Fey lord or lady. She is not bound to wording like a Fey creature
Okay.
is.
And she has access to
I'm not
power
saying you
word
can't
kill.
steal. I'm just saying that
That's-
I think you, like a normal person or a former pirate, I mean, it's more of a guideline than a hard rule, like parlay.
If anything, we should
like the
definitely
pirate code.
look.
Yeah, we should look. We should look.
We can have a look. I'd like to
More
know what
options.
we didn't get. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, because we haven't technically taken the compass out yet, so
Mm-hmm.
we
Shopping.
could have picked this door.
Just shopping.
Just as you were making up your mind, I've obviously allowed you to have more choice, which will just paralyze the party. Excellent. Okay, give me a sec.
You didn't need to prep at all.
Look, I've honestly, I honestly prepped all three rooms just in case, right? So, like, if I don't get to tell you what's in each room, we're really letting the team down. So this room. There is a. The room is brimming with the wild beauty of the Feywild itself. Twinkling lights flit through the air like fireflies. The scent of blooming flowers lingers, and the walls are alive with subtle, ever-shifting vines and blossoms. Each item in the collection radiates the playful, mysterious, and sometimes dangerous charm of the Feywild. There is a circlet. Sort of a delicate circlet of silver and moonstone glowing faintly with a cool light, and it's adorned with tiny shifting images of moon phases. There is a slender wand crafted from an ancient tree branch, still sprouting tiny pink blossoms that fall and regrow continuously. The handle is wrapped in soft living moss that never dries out. There is a small golden harp strung with what appear to be strands of sunlight. When played, its music I won't tell you what it does when it's played. There is a cloak, a shimmering cloak that looks as though it is woven from thousands of iridescent butterfly wings. The cloak flutters lightly, even in still air, and faint motes of light trail behind it. There is a crystalline gemstone shaped like a heart, like an organ heart, not a deer, glowing with an inner green light. It's warm to the touch and faintly pulses like a heartbeat. There is a ring of interwoven gold and black vines, constantly shifting in shape as if alive. Shadows seem to pool around it, dancing faintly, even in bright light. There's a teardrop-shaped amulet made of glowing white crystal, and it seems to be sort of emitting a soft, calming light resembling a starry night sky. A lantern A small lantern with panes of frosted glass. Inside, flickering green-blue flames dance, never growing dim. A golden key entwined with ivy and flowers. It seems a bit warm, and as you get closer, you can hear faint giggles. A crown of thorns, thorny vines adorned with vibrant red and gold flowers. The thorns are sharp. A crystal orb, clear as morning dew. When held, it seems to refract light into a rainbow of colors, and tiny droplets of water appear on its surface. And a small leather satchel that seems to shift in size and shape as you look at it. Embroidered with fey runes, it smells faintly of lavender and cedar.
Ooh, I think the cloak would look really cool on Yama.
Same.
All right, let's learn about the cloak. I want to know about the heart thing that's like beating.
I will point out Killian's nodded. He left.
That's all right. I will do an Arcana check.
Yes, I believe.
Now, you actually have a weird Blood Hunter ability that lets you, like, touch items and learn
Recall-
about them.
Yeah, I also have advantage to recall information about Fae.
Can we pretend that Paulie did one and rolled a nat 0?
Yeah.
Cool cloak.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll just roll, but I'll see what that thing is about touching stuff. Because yeah, that did not come through. I rolled a 9.
Was that with advantage?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, a 9 and a 7.
Seems like a cool cloak.
Wait, hang on. What's the touchy thing? I touch stuff. What happens?
I'm so
It's
shocked
important.
that Killian is not being a loot goblin with us.
It's because we keep telling him to wear sleeves.
He's pissed off. He's probably off to find his spell.
Yeah. No, it's when I do a history check. I do a history check. I can recall the object I'm touching on my current location. I have advantage on the roll.
I'll allow it if these things perhaps have a bit of a story to them.
Okay, I'll take it.
Guess we'll see.
I
mean, you never get to use that class feature, so I feel like gotta.
Yeah, that's true. I'm just gonna do 2 normal rolls because I get advantage again because of the Fae thing. I'll do 1 roll. Did it come through? That did come through this time. 1 more history check.
1 more.
1 more. Oh, never mind. 14.
So essentially on par with Killian's Arcana check in the other room, you recall a story about a butterfly cloak that was used as some kind of like getaway tool. Like there's some kind of story that you remember about some kind of Fae princess, like perhaps turning into butterflies to like get out of a bad situation. In terms of the heart of the glade, you've definitely heard stories of, or the kind of stuff that was drilled into you in your training. You didn't catch a lot of it, but it had something to do with sort of like communing with nature and like helping plants and stuff like that.
I relay that, but probably more dumb because Kara's yeah, like you wear that cloak, you turn into a butterfly. It's something. It's pretty cool. And that's a heart. Something to do with that.
And that's a heart.
I think the compass is the winner. Personally, I know I picked this. I voted for this room, but I think the compass very good.
Compass is pretty cool. I reckon we hit the compass.
The compass let us come into this room.
Yes.
It automatically wins.
I agree.
Excellent.
Decision
so
made.
pick up the compass and head out. This is the I'll tell you what it is, so you can actually just put it in your. It's the compass of true north.
Oh, nothing's coming up.
Oh yeah, it's probably not a real item.
It's made up.
It's made up. It's made up, and the rules don't matter.
Wait, it can do everything.
So it always points towards the nearest body of fresh water.
Hell yeah.
And if you take it out and rotate it clockwise, it will reveal hidden doors and passageways within 10.
Ooh, that's awesome.
All right. You say goodbye to all the other cool items, like the Pearl of the Depths, the Coral Inlaid Trident, the Lantern of Bioluminescence, the Flask of Endless Seawater, Sea Serpent Fang, the Boots of Coral, etc., etc. And you walk out with your prize.
Can't tempt us.
What was the cloak called? The butterfly cloak called?
The Butterfly Cloak. Or Butterfly Cloak.
Cool.
Yeah, Butterfly Cloak.
Cool.
So as you're leaving, we kind of, unless there's anything else. Oh, so Killian, what spell scroll did you go with in the end? Just so we all know.
I'm thinking teleport.
Teleport. Cool. She will write out a spell scroll of teleport for you. What level spell is that?
Levels.
Sorry, I missed that. I think your noise gate clipped it.
Level 7.
Level 7. Cool. So Killian now has a level 7 spell scroll of teleport. I believe that because that's above your current spell slot list, there might be like an Arcana check required to cast it if you decide to use it.
That's getting banked.
Getting banked to go in the book?
Yeah, it's going in the book eventually.
Cool. Excellent. All right. So we fast forward a little bit, unless there was anything else you wanted to do just before we close out the gala. We kind of go back to the scene of as you're all leaving. Sorn is there. As a reminder, Sorn was there to see you off.
Oh, Killian. Oh, no.
What was that?
Killian wants to say something to her before we leave.
Oh, yep, sure.
Because we were trying to get back items that we gave to the fake one.
Yeah, Karu got
Killian's
back
gonna be...
the necklace.
Yeah, Killian's going to be like, I handed over quite the magical artifact to the impersonator. Yeah.
What was it?
It was a robe of many eyes.
And what did my simulacrum give you in return?
A kiss on the forehead.
I'm so sorry you didn't get the real thing. And she leans down and kisses you on the lips.
Works for me. Killian's just like, hell yeah. All right, we're good. Let's go, guys.
So you do have the other gifts that you got from the other guests in the Feywild. And of course, Killian very bravely gave up that robe of many eyes because he has other people to watch his back now.
With the 3,000 gold or gem gold.
Yep. Someone write that down.
Yeah, did someone write that down?
I'll write it down.
Put some in for the shippy boy too.
Quartermaster Killian.
I reckon we'll do 1,500 for the ship.
Mm-hmm.
And then 1,500.
What's that split?
750. No, 375.
Cool.
375.
Hell yeah.
You did get that book of Feywild riddles for children.
Yeah, Killian's gonna be. Who's got that Fey book? Can I read
Yalla's
it?
got it. He hands it over. 100%.
Hell
Oh.
You open it and it's nearly incomprehensible. There's going to take you time to decipher effectively a downtime activity to crack this book. You also have the Shard of Cathrax, the Starborn.
That one up.
Oh,
That one's in Killian's butt pocket.
How big is that?
That's a magical butt pocket.
It can hold a fair bit.
Yeah. Have you seen Killian?
Practically hollow.
He's definitely inflated.
So you head back to the ship. Sorna's there, and we see again the kind of the scene of Sorn being sad that you all got the necklace, and Karu, you kind of wearing it around your neck, both necklaces, I guess. You all are put to sleep, and so the last things you hear is Garfield the Deal's Warlock saying, well, I guess that's a favor. Thanks for the favor, Sorn. And when you awaken, Karu, the solitaire diamond necklace is no longer around your neck, but pressed into your hand is a Fantasy Bunnings Goshapon token.
Well,
Son of a
Um,
bitch.
And did I 100% hear the voice of both Sorn and Garfield?
Yeah, I think you all heard that as you kind of drifted off. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll remember it. I'll have perfect recall of it. So as soon as I wake up, I'll be like, Sorn, that son of a bitch. An old keen mind.
Yeah. And you get back on your ship, go through the portal, back into the out of the Feywild, through the lock, and back into the islands of Aurora. Almost like the heat, even though it's kind of the middle of winter, this tropical zone, just kind of the heat blasts you as you come out. That kind of like weird humid heat, reminding you that you're in a weird place, and now you're back into the islands where you need to be. All right. So, next couple of things we're going to do. We're going to do a little bit of downtime as Yama is searching for, how it has been for some time, searching for clues and hints on where the Hobgoblin Navy is. You have a pretty good idea. You know the town of Drellin's Ferry, or the island of Drellin's Ferry, is kind of where you need to go. There's sort of a string of islands, and I've sent you another map, Kate.
I saw.
That's got there's a number of a chain of islands kind of heading out west, and they kind of get smaller and smaller. The kind of the towns on those islands, and from largest, so the large city one that's on your map is the island of Brindle, and then there is Talar, Nimon's Gap, Terrelton, and Drellin's Ferry, and then that's kind of the edge of the Auroran Empire, and beyond that is sort of the home of the Hobgoblins, as you said, the kind of western steppe. And you can see that on your map that I've got for you, the kind of like a tribal village over on the far west, to give you a bit of an idea.
Yeah, okay, so there's a bit of gap between the last island and then that destination.
Yeah. And I guess give me a. Actually, you probably know this because you've just been there. The Hobgoblins have never kind of developed a big navy before necessarily, because there's been a lot of infighting, at least until your brother had taken over. But if they were to build a navy, or I think maybe you or Killian kind of saw it, there is certainly an area between the kind of mountains that they would build that's in the safety of a cove. And then, they'd have to like bring the navy out of that cove. They're probably called, the dragon's teeth kind of thing, to bring it out into the open water and out to the east. So from what you've been hearing, of course, they've been sending scouting boats out, potentially making small forays, but no word on the greater navy yet. Just that it's likely that is still building, but there has been Hobgoblin activity and rumors of hobgoblins being spotted amongst these islands and around that area. So they're definitely active in that area for now, probably reconnoitering or getting strongholds set up before they make their big push.
Awesome. Well, I think Yama, with his cartography skills, just kind of sets the boat in the right direction as we make our way.
Excellent. Now, over this time of, let's say it probably takes like a month or so to kind of get out there. You know, you're stopping at different islands, potentially getting some supplies, and we'll be doing some downtime. Now, obviously, up your little characters here. Do you have your tokens here? Oh, you can open your character sheets.
Whee!
Hey. There is a downtime tracker tab in your character sheets in Foundry. Though, of course,
No way.
I'll track them in Google Drive like I normally do anyway. I added some stuff in there that you've used previously. Does that tab work for all of you, or like, can you see it?
Yeah.
Which tab? Where?
There's a little clock
On the
tab
right.
in Foundry.
That's awesome. It's got like percentage of complete, all that shit.
Whereabouts is that? Sorry.
The
If you
bottom
double
tab on the
click
right.
your token, open your character
Yep.
sheet, and then on the right hand side there's all these like little tabs, and one of them's a
Ah,
clock.
yep, tab. Yep, got it. Stick. That's really cool.
So cool.
So, I mean, I can't remember what I was thinking when I set this up like 3 months ago.
Yeah.
But for some of you, there's some stuff that is like ongoing threats, right? Killian, you've got kind of being hunted, I remember was one of them. But you can kind of push it to a level where it's not a concern for some time, and then that will kind of decay over time if you don't tend to it. Same thing with like crew morale. And things like that. Other things will go up naturally, like your piracy infamy. And some of these things, I think, are joined. You can all see the crew morale, you can all see the infamy and training the crew, I think. And then you all have your individual ones as well. And we can obviously add more to this if need be.
More arrive, foolishly seeking fortune and glory in this domain
Or,
of the
without
damned.
looking at the character sheet, what are the kind of things, who wants to kind of go first? Or
With
first an
enough
idea of
ale,
what they would like to be
maybe they
doing
can be inured
during
against the
this
horrors
month-long
below.
So, Kara, your character sheet's different because you are a special flower.
Shut up. And damn straight.
I would like to try and read the book.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely.
One's not tracked for me, but
We can add it in there. What is? Fuck, I have to look up this bloody book now. But rather than what I thought was kind of dull, which was just you read the book over X amount of hours and you get it. It says you spend 48 hours over a period of 6 days or fewer studying the book. I wanted you to make it more of a, you're going to make some kind of intelligence check or potentially even Arcana I'll allow. Like every other downtime activity, the first thing you're focusing on is DC 5 and then DC 10, etc., etc. For every, we'll say it's going to take like 6 days. For every 5 points above the DC, that's going to be like a day ticked off for this book.
Yep.
Cool. So if you could it's probably difficult for you to get it on this one go now.
But I could.
Unless you really pull shit out of your butt, right? So, but that gives you, I think that, I mean, does that sound cool to you in terms of, yeah, especially if you're making it your main focus. I mean, that gies you the most chance, and that lets us like fill up this bar.
If I were to roll like a 20, would that be 3 or 4 success? 5
Uh,
would count as success.
5 is a success, so that would be 1, I think, and then so 10 would be 2, 15 would be 3, 20 would be 4.
Cool.
So I think you can knock
Okay.
this out if you hit a 30, right? You can knock this out now.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna roll for Arcana. What is that? 15. That's 3 successes.
3 successes. Are you able to add that as an item to your sheet?
Add
so we can
item. New item. Reading the book.
Excellent.
Category. I'll put that in skills.
Sure.
Current progress is 3.
3 out of 6.
It's not completion target 6 ability. Yep, cool. Save tracked item.
Cool.
Reading the book. Cool.
Love that.
Okay. I need to edit that. Need to add a DC 5.
Well, it's DC5 if you're doing it as your first one. I think it's kind of
Yeah.
irrelevant. That's fine.
Yeah. Okay.
Anything else? Do you want to continue, or do you want to throw it to someone else?
I'll do one more. I'll hide from the people hunting me.
Mhm.
And that can I use? Could I argue history of where they've been, where like what I've heard of where they're tracking, and because it is an elder being,
Yeah.
knowing the history of it. Yep.
Love that.
That is a god damn it 28.
Excellent. Yeah. So what I'll do is, so we'll have that as, so what's that above? That's 10 is a success, 15, 20, 25. So that's 4 extra successes. I'm going to put that as 6 out of 10 there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll on their ability to find you, but the DC is now higher because you've kind of used more your ability to kind of raise that difficulty.
And I might as well try one more check for my transmutation train.
Sure.
Give it a go. 24.
Excellent. So that's would have
Wish
been
I
a
did this in a different order.
That would have been DC 15, so that's 1 success. 20 is 2 successes, so an extra 2 on your transmutation training.
Cool. I'm at 8. Does that give me any bonuses?
No, I think you got to hit 10. I think you got
Okay.
a little upgrade on your last one, I think. So why don't you tell me, Killian, what are the stories you discover about this sort of thing tracking you, and do you share any of those stories with the party?
Gillian's like, you notice him a little bit more as time while we're and stuff. You notice him a little bit on edge, constantly looking off the starboard bow. As if maybe something's after him. And if anyone asks, he'll point out, remember those weird fish people that we came across?
Yeah, Karu.
Yeah, what? I'm not weird.
that
I mean,
weird-
I'm.
Not that weird fish, the other weird fish people. Cultists.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Some of them don't like me.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
Well,
is
they're-
that just the fish cult people, or could you
Hey, you
extend that
pipe-
concept to most people we meet?
You pipe down over there, Karu.
You just called me weird, and then I walk away.
He did, not me. Anyway.
I
yeah,
will
their
not be
boss-
gaslit. Walks away.
Their boss is trying to eat us, and that may have something to do with it trying to eat me, and you guys are just there too. Anyway, see ya. Gillian walks back into his room and just slams the door.
Excellent. Now, you haven't failed one, so you can continue on if you want to do one more. DC 20 this time.
DC, what happens if I fail it?
Nothing. You just can stop, or you can take stress to try again.
Look, I will try to read the book again.
No, it has to be a
I've
different
already done
activity.
that, haven't I?
Yeah.
Okay. I will go for. Oh, I might as look in to the Starfall
Oh, yeah.
with history.
That's
Yep.
what I was going to do too.
Come on. Nah.
13, unfortunate. You do not progress knowing any information about the Starforge at this time. I think you can all see information on Captain Featherstorm, Seeking Strider, and Starforge as kind of group activities as well. So you can all contribute to those. Thank you, Killian. Who's up next?
I'll go. All right. Well, first off, for Paulie, he's going to just go have a chat with Yama. Go like, look, Yama. I mean, if we're going to be fighting a navy, we're going to need some serious weapons. So I reckon we're looking at the Starforge because I can make our sort of swords we've already got even more
Nice.
powerful. Even more powerful. What do you reckon?
Yeah, honestly. Do we know even remotely what direction Starforge is, or we have literally no heading at all?
No idea. We know it's called a Starforge. That's about it.
Yeah, I think with a
We have
sort
a
of
compass.
with the 3 out of 12 that you have, I'd say you know that the Starforge exists. It was created when a star fell to Earth and kind of created a crater on an island, and that that area became known as the Starforge. The knowledge of where it was has been lost or suppressed. Though you know that the giants had an interest in it and potentially knew where it was. The fire giants you were dealing with.
More than happy to kill giants.
So I'll say if you
No,
if you get to the full 12 on this track, then yes, you'll know the location of the island.
Love it.
Makes sense. And Yama's totally on board with that. That makes sense.
Perfect. All right.
History
What do
check
I roll
rolling.
for them?
This will be a
Oh,
DC
fuck.
5. Same thing for every success above, each tier above will add to the track.
Sorry.
Oh. We
Ollie.
have group inspiration. Just burn it. Burn it.
No, that's okay. That's funnier this way.
Okay.
Paulie spends weeks while you guys are doing all these crazy things. You know what I mean? Like we're sailing. He's like looking at this map, going like, "Fuck, I reckon I could find a crater," and he's just really not getting it the whole time.
Just like
Is
on
he looking at the other side of the map?
Yeah,
Like he's actually looking at the
I'm
back
holding it up like
page?
this. Yeah.
I feel like Yama's standing there, like trying to help him. You know, he's got the thing that goes like this, and then Polly just keeps getting like ADHD distracted or something like that.
That is brilliant. I'm remembering back to playing Sea of Thieves when someone's like, "Oh, we need an island that's shaped like an L," and you're just scanning through. You're like moving the map around constantly, looking for this thing just erratically. Just like no method at all. Paulie, I assume all the notes he's drawing in the margins are just like him, just cartoon stick figures of him stabbing giants.
Yes, that's exactly it. Yep.
Yeah, unfortunately, Paulie, you were just robbed of the Captain Featherstorm's diamond, so it makes sense
I'm
that
pissed.
your mind is elsewhere currently, and Yama has come to you with this kind of great burden that he has. Perhaps you're not fully focused currently because someone's upset your navigator. Someone made your navigator
Not
cry.
okay. Not okay.
Oh. Your navigator also has 2 compasses that do not point north. Like, literally, like he's probably sitting there holding these like 2 compasses.
No, that's
out,
what Paulie.
and it's
That's
just going
no,
like...
Paulie swiped them from you to use for the directions, and then you go, "Wait, Paulie, are those my compasses?" Like, yeah. It's like, no, and then we've screwed up the whole charting we were planning to find at the Starforge.
Yeah, 'cause he's like, those don't point north.
Oh, okay. Well, we should definitely move about 40 clicks that way instead.
Polly goes up and just like spins the wheel.
You can like walk in while this charting is happening and be like, why is the dumbest one trying to figure out directions?
You have to let him learn, okay?
Let him
He's not
cook.
gonna learn. He's not gonna learn if we
No,
don't.
he's learned how to cook. He's already pretty cooked as it is.
Well, that was fun.
Love that. So
I might
that's
not
Paulie's downtime done. Unless you want to take a stress and try again.
No, I'm good. This is funny this way.
How can I not tempt you all with evil downsides? Yama.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick up where the captain left off. He's gonna confiscate his 2 compasses away from the captain and make sure he's got them
Paulie was just clanging them together too. Like, come on, work!
Why are you pointing 2 different directions? I'm gonna go for the Starforge as well.
Mhm.
What was the role for that one?
So I mean, Paulie did it as a history check, but if you have something else you can convince me...
Wait,
like
that was a
cartography-
choice we could have done.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, you tell me
Um,
what the thing is
Damn
doing,
it.
right?
Well, I'd like to roll cartography for that. Like he's looking through his maps. Maybe there's a bit of a historical element to it, but he's more using his like knowledge of the world,
Mhm.
I guess, like the area. Is how I see it.
Yep. Complete
Here she
sense.
comes. Oh, a 18.
18, excellent. So
Mhm.
5, 10, 15, so that's 3 extra onto Starforge.
Hell
track.
yeah.
So you can bump that up to 6.
Kill it.
Nice.
See, Paulie,
I
let
can do
Yama
that.
do
I was helping.
it. Yeah, you were.
Oh, I'm not allowed to edit it. That's
Oh, sorry. I'll
fine. Nice. Next up, maybe along the same vein, he wants to work on his own cartography. But can I do that if it's rolling the same skill?
sure.
Okay, cool. Yeah, he's just gonna work on himself, his personal skills in this. You know, this all still being new to him, and him now having 2 compasses that point nowhere. Maybe it's more like he's charting like what is like is currently around them. You know, like he's like creating maps of these areas and kind of like learning from that as well in that way. So that's a 13.
13, so that's essentially one success. So I'll bump that up from 10 to 11 on your cartography skill. And I think the next breakpoint, we'll discuss it, but it'll probably be like, you know, going from proficiency to expertise or something like that equivalent. If you're able to level this up.
Sweet.
Cool, but that is a success, which means you can certainly continue. So you spend a lot of time looking at maps, helping Paulie unfucking the maps that Paulie fucked up, and
100%.
potentially kind of mapping out as well and studying the maps of where you're headed over this current month as you're heading towards the town of Drellin's Ferry.
Yeah, he's almost, it's like, you know, when you help someone else with their homework, just kind of helps you reinforce your knowledge of it or something.
Yeah, Paulie's just
I
been
would-
drawing with his tongue out, you know, like.
Ew, what the hell? I might work on my tea brewing. I have 2 potion like recipes already.
Mhm.
So can I just like make make one of those potions, but not like learn a new potion in my downtime?
Sure. Yeah. So if you want to make a tea brewing check, we'll just say that so this one's going to be a DC 15. And for every never mind then. Unfortunately,
Damn
with
it,
the amount of time you had to spend cartographying and looking at the Starforge stuff, you just really didn't have time to focus on your brewing.
I think he was just not calm after helping Paulie with the maps and fixing everything.
Yeah.
I was thinking about it more too. It's actually poetic that happened because, I mean, really, with reliable talent, I should fail that. I shouldn't be allowed to use inspiration on that kind of thing.
Yeah, it's wild that you picked a skill you weren't proficient in, but also wild that you failed a DC 5. So
I know, right? Isn't it great?
It's so good.
excellent.
All right. Well, Yama's not going to push it.
Cool. No stress. Aru.
I mean, everyone's looking at this Starforge thing. I think eventually Karu's, you know, wanting to check out Paulie's drawings, but also try to see what the fuck's going on. Could I maybe do just like a general investigation of the map to see if I could be of any help working out what they're trying to find?
Sure. What kind of skill are you using, and in what way are you assisting?
Investigation, and I'm going to put my face right up to the map, and I'm going to look for an L-shaped island, or what, you know, or a crater.
Yeah, sure thing.
The more I think about it, I could have done so many fucking things other than history too. So many. I could have
I love that
persuaded.
you're beating yourself up over this.
Yeah, I totally am. I could have like
Hey.
persuaded some other sailor
a quartermaster of some kind,
Yeah.
Yep.
or who are the people at the docks? The dock masters.
Master. Yep. Could have done that. Yeah, no, instead.
True.
I'm going to try and
I'm not looking
read.
It's
Uh,
perfect.
Appreciate it.
So a 20 investigation, so 5, 10, 15, 20. That's 4 more, which gets you to 10
Hell
out
yeah.
of 12.
Damn. I mean, I couldn't
like
have
two
gotten
off.
6. But yeah. Cool. All right. The other thing Karu would like to do is he would actually, because there's this whole concept of we might be going to fight a navy. He's actually wants to train the crew. Kind of wants to get them a bit more nimble, a bit like maybe a bit more alert, even in regards to just general shippery stuff. He's gonna restart his aerobics odd style calisthenics class in an effort to get everybody limber essentially.
Yama's
So I
gonna
wanna do-
participate.
Okay, I want to get a dex roll from you then. I want to see how well Yama participates.
Can we make it a dex save? Because he's literally
Sure.
fighting for his life.
Yeah.
I think I was gonna go for. I think it's probably more
It went exactly how you expected it.
I love it. I love it. I wanted to argue acrobatics because he's kind of trying. He wants them to sort of get good at like swinging around and shit and being nimble. But if that's not appropriate, I can always do athletics.
I'll allow that. That's fine. That's Karu's training method. It makes sense of why Yama ate shit and just face planted.
I don't know why that rolled 3 times.
Sure, we'll take the first one.
What the fuck? I don't. I literally just clicked. Can I just see if that does that again? Just out of curiosity. Yeah.
Nice.
What?
Interesting.
Well, it just rolled it 4 times.
D&D Beyond is just going crazy. Well, we'll take the 25. So with a DC
Thank
10, first one's success, so 10, 15, 20, 25. So you have essentially 4 level ups for the secondary crew. If you would like to kind of allocate those, who is getting who's getting that assistance leveling up.
I would say Aveline would get it.
Mhm.
I'm trying to think of who comes with us usually. I don't think Diana wants to like participate in fighting so much anymore. Who else have we got? We've got is like
What about the drow lady?
and the drow lady, yeah. Maybe they get 2 each, or maybe. Hang on.
So Aveline's currently on level
two.
6. Diana's on level 5. The Drow's on level 6.
So level 7. Level 7 is when they get their next retainer skill,
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah.
So 1 to Aveline and the Drow, and 2 to Diana, and they should all be on level 7 then, correct?
Yep, sounds good.
6.
1 to Aveline. Yara. 7. And just Reynard and Nesbit are just and Ratty are just watching from the sidelines, or are like in the they're in the Yama team when it comes to like the 3-legged race, and they're
He's holding them back.
yeah.
I think if that like maybe there's a little bit of grumbling, and you just like you see Kara going, "Hey, I invited you to the night, and you didn't come, and this is what happens when you don't come to the harem night." Okay. He's like, and the invitation is still there. It is always there for everybody. You don't just get handouts for nothing. Anyway, come, ladies, and then like we go. And what else am I gonna do? And it gives them all a little
it would
wink.
be peak harem anime for a rat to join the harem.
Karu wants it. Varati just won't come along. So he's just like, what else can I do? Do I need to work on my like bloodlust because it's at 1 out of 10? going by how you've set it out there.
Look, I can't remember why I'd set it out this way and how. But you can if you want.
Well, it was more like the way you were describing it. I was like, if it gets to 0, does it become a problem?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, well, I'll.
That was not cryptic at all.
Yeah, on that, yeah, okay. That vague confirmation, I think I might check. I might meditate a little bit in the crow's nest to quell my bloodlust. It says it's a wisdom save.
Yeah, but you could if you could make the argument for something else, that's fine. I just have to put something in there.
Oh, okay. That's how it is. You just had to put something.
Just had to put something in there.
Something in there, yeah. I mean, wisdom kind of does check, and it is the save that I use in combat to not attack my friends. Why not? I'll do yeah, okay, here we go. Nope. Maybe if I press the right thing. Will it roll once, or it rolled 4 times again? And I didn't 11. I fail.
Yeah. So you spend a lot of time training the crew, in particular the Karu harem of Aveline, Diana, and Fiera. They, especially perhaps after the last kind of encounter where Diana got very, very hurt, focusing, doubling down on that doesn't leave you a lot of time to handle your own inner demons and sort of the beast within. And I guess we'll figure out kind of the impact of that as we go forward. You're already pretty on top of it, but yeah, it is something that can rear its ugly head as you take damage, right? Potentially hurting your friends, and we'll see. Killian, you've spent a bunch of time reading this Fey book for children, and you think you've uncovered a lot of its secrets, and you're so close to uncovering sort of the final. You think, a little bit more time, and you can uncover the final secrets, and your brain will be 10 times larger. And maybe I'll throw between sessions or at New Year's, depending if I see you, I'll throw Professor Layton puzzles at you while we drink to see if you can maybe get some bonus points. It's out of session.
Stuck working.
Oh no, that's right. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, either way, I'll throw Professor Layton riddles at you anyway, and we'll see if we can give you a bit of a boost. Just because I love those kind of things. Paulie, not being helpful with the cartography at all, but Yama focusing on learning a little bit more about what the Starforge is, with the help of Karu, kind of investigating, giving you more insight, having a bit of a local to these areas, someone who's been around a bit. Certainly helps, and you think you've kind of narrowed it down. The Starforge is not that far away from where you're heading, though there are many small islands around there, so it could be any one of them, right? The island of Drellin's Ferry emerges from the misty horizon like a dream of quiet simplicity. Its shores a tranquil respite after days at sea. Crescent-shaped bay cradles the village, its sapphire waters dotted with small fishing boats bobbing gently in the waters. Beyond the harbour, the village sprawls lazily along the coastline with its thatched roof cottages clustered around a simple wooden dock. The air is rich with the scent of salt, freshly caught fish, and blooming wildflowers. The village buzzes with subdued activity, fishermen hauling in their catches, children laughing as they chase each other along the sandy beach, and merchants preparing modest wares for the upcoming market day. Speaking of markets, actually, during your downtime, no roll required, was there any shopping you guys wanted to do? General, you have an, or maybe we can cover this between sessions if you have some spending you wanted to do before you, because we're about to go into an arc that involves a giant navy. There's potentially not going to be a lot of stepping off points to go shopping.
Killing
Oh.
big 2A.
What was that, Dill? Sorry, noise gate fucked you there.
Killian wants a blacksmith.
You want a blacksmith?
Yeah.
What are you doing with this blacksmith?
Killian is looking for a sword befitting of someone of his station being not very high. But a sword nonetheless, something sharp, hopefully, ideally somewhat magical. So maybe a blacksmith might not be the right guy to speak to. Yeah, Killian's looking for a blade.
Now, are you looking for like a fresh blade? Are you looking to turn something into a blade? What are you...
I mean, Killian would like to try and turn the magical shard into a blade, but I don't know if anyone will let him.
Anyone is in the DM or anyone is in the party?
As in the party.
I mean, if you sneak off with it, we can't stop you.
Yeah, but Killian's not the sneaky guy anymore. He's more that you abandon him, he murders you. But he does clear things with the party first. Now, these days.
Well, have that conversation with the
Somewhat.
party before we get to Drellin's Ferry.
Yeah, Killian, before he goes to I'd like to think he would leave it until right before he disembarks the ship. And he'll be like walking towards the gangplank, and he'll be like, "Anyway, guys, I'm gonna go turn this thing into a sword. Unless anyone says anything now,"
Can you-
and goes to run away.
Can you even swing a sword?
Yeah, have you seen me swing a sword?
No.
I do
The
a lot of damage
shade!
with a sword.
The absolute shade.
I do more damage than any of you with a sword. Look at how fucked up I got Talon. Because I hit
I don't
something
remember that.
with it.
I don't remember
Paulie
that.
does, don't you, Paulie?
No, I blank it out. What are you talking about?
Yeah. I am a wizard. I need a magical blade. I can't always throw things at things if they're in my face because they get by you guys a lot. And I kind of just teleport around a lot. Too.
Hey, maybe when you're asking if you can do a thing, don't insult us.
I mean, I was
Yeah,
saying I was
first
going
way
to
coming
do
back.
this.
Because I was about to say, you go make a sword. You go do that, buddy. You need a
That's
sword.
one versus Karu.
And
Anyway,
but then you were mean, and now I
not
want
to
to
you,
not.
Karu.
You just said we let things through. That's mean. You're being mean.
You don't
They're
let
your
things
frontline
through. I've seen you
fighters.
kill some-
You can't change it now. I know what you meant. It's fine. Go get a sword. Go get a fun sword. It's fine.
I'll share the sword unless it's cursed. If it's cursed, then I can't share it. But I'll share the sword.
Okay. If you share the sword,
Everyone gets a turn.
Okay. I would like to try the sword, so you can go make it. Not that I really have much of an opinion, but I say yes.
Killian's like, "That's good enough for me," and he's like slowly backing away before anyone else can say anything.
Bribery also doesn't hurt. Just saying.
Here's 5 gold.
No, I mean,
Oh.
I want to know what you would buy me as a gift.
Oh,
I want to
don't
be
you
thought
worry.
of. I want to
I'll
be
get
thought
you
of.
a gift. I'll find you something cool.
Yay! Okay.
Captain,
Karu can be bribed. Write that down.
Yeah. For one note for the surgeon.
you good with that, Captain?
Oh yeah, go for it.
Yama?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, this will help me kill that Navy so much faster, and he just runs away.
Yeah, so I guess, in fact, I'm happy to let this happen on the island of Drellin's Ferry as you kind of arrive. Killian, yeah, you rush off to find a kind of magical swordsmith that can do something with this blade at the very least, you know, put a handle on it so you don't cut your own hands swinging it about.
I do have something to help with the fortification of creating a magic.
Very good. Yeah. Do you want to give me
magical weapon?
You want to give me an Arcana check as you go and find someone to kind of help put this thing together, and you're able to kind of help them, yeah, with your transmutation magic. I love that.
Well, 14, but I am also going to hand over the Eldritch staff.
Oh,
I want to combine the staff that I use with shard to make new weapons.
Gotcha. That's probably going to take me some getting used to in terms of like what that combination is going to look like. But for now, I'll tell you that when it is forged, maybe this takes a couple of days or something like that. You're spending a bit of time in this town, reconnoitering and so on, meeting everyone, and we'll kind of get to that in a moment. Killian, you're spending the first couple of days in this town with the blacksmith in Drellin's Ferry. Trying to find their name.
I like to think I'm keeping the coals hot with Create a Bonfire and Firebolt.
Yes.
And then right at the end, when it really needs to be tempered, really high level fire.
Yeah, you're spending time in
flashing.
Morland's smithy. Is a sort of a talented armorer and weaponsmith, and he is just sort of a human man who's, you found out over the last couple of days, you kind of working together to build this thing, and you step out with this kind of sleek, otherworldly sword forged from the fragments of Cathrax's crystalline body. It's radiating in eerie and unsettling beauty. The blade is a deep, iridescent black with constellations of shifting stars seemingly trapped within its surface. Along the edges, faint runes glow in a silvery blue light, pulsing in time with your heartbeat. The hilt is wrapped in dark leather that feels cool to the touch, and the pommel is a shard of polished crystal, emanating a faint hum when held. When swung, the blade leaves a shimmering trail of starlight in its wake, as though it slices through reality itself. This is a +2 magical weapon, granting a +2 bonus to attack and damage rolls with it. And in its current form, you can activate the sword to shed a bright light in 15-foot radius or a dim light, additional 15 feet. But the light resembles the night sky with swirling galaxies and constellations. The light lasts until you kind of just dismiss that as a bonus action. It has an ability called Cathrax's Judgment. When you hit a creature with this sword, you can invoke Cathrax's Judgment, forcing the target to make a DC 15 con saving throw. On a failed save, the target takes an additional 3d6 radiant damage, and their vision is overwhelmed by starlight, leaving them blinded until the end of their next turn. You may only use this once per long rest. It potentially has some other abilities, but they are currently locked.
Yeah.
And you can feel, every time you hold this sword, faint whispers in an alien tongue. Perhaps the lingering presence of Cathrax.
Okay, might be.
Sound fun?
Hell yeah. That sounds great.
This is the Shard Blade of Cathrax the Starborn.
Sick.
That in my notes. And we'll discuss what those other abilities are as potentially you unlock them, and I'll factor in the fact that you've kind of destroyed that or built in that Elder Staff as part of the those kind of things as well. Cool. All right. It's all right. I'll go back to my description of Drellin's Ferry, if I may.
No, you may.
Killian.
I'll be quiet now. I'll be quiet. I'm
You're happy now? He's got his new video game. He's in the back of the car reading the back of the box.
Ooh, looks cool.
The villagers pause to watch your party as you kind of come to the pier. Their expressions are wary but not unfriendly, clearly unaccustomed to outsiders but too polite to voice any suspicion. Breezes rolling in from the sea carry the calls of gulls and rhythmic clatter of waves against the shore. Further inland, the island's landscape unfolds in gentle hills blanketed with verdant grass, groves of old gnarled trees, and to the east, some basic kind of forests and things like that standing sentinel. Off the coast to the west, right on the horizon, sort of as far out, you can see what it looks like to be, another small island, perhaps, before the vastness of the sea opens up, or the ocean, I guess, opens up to beyond. And a sort of a village elder does greet you, and he says, "Welcome to Drellin's Ferry." As his voice, calm, collect, very polite. You've just come in time for the High Tide Festival. Not that we're much of a spectacle out here, but we will do our best to make you feel at home.
Hell yeah.
And he says, if you're looking for lodging or provisions, the inn's just past the market, and if there's anything else you need, well, don't hesitate to ask. And with that, he kind of nods and starts kind of hobbling away, leaving you to explore this serene, unsuspecting island village on the cusp of an uncertain.
Pretty. Love a festival.
Super pretty.
I wonder if they have shirts for the festival. My BootyCon one's getting a bit worn out.
Been wearing it a
Yama
lot.
puts on his shirt of wettening.
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
How good.
As you kind of enter into the town proper, there's all sorts of places here. Like obviously the smithy that Killian kind of runs to straight away, and is spending the next couple of days there. He emerges, I assume, for half an hour at a time to just sort of eat food, growl at you, and kind of and slink back into the forge. And everyone else who's kind of exploring the town, perhaps give me a perception check.
Where are we? Let's try to think of a reliable talent. That is 18.
Do I ask Karu? Because I can't see it. I've got something else open.
Oh, I got a 5.
Okay. Then Paulie.
I think I rolled higher on the die though than Paulie, which is what's kind of funny.
Yeah.
So you, Karu, you're probably taking the sights, chatting with kids potentially, or whatever it is you're doing, looking for new t-shirts. You don't notice. Paulie, you come across as you enter like the village square. There are notice boards. And you see a wanted poster for Captain Paulie of La Floridita, bounty to wanted dead or alive, hand in with the Emerald Trading Company for 500 gold pieces.
Only 500 fucking gold. Is the photo good at least?
It's It's a stick figure. No, it's probably not as cool as you would like. I think maybe it's a little bit more like it's more like a chick, like a chicken chick.
Yep.
Kind of with colorful feathers rather than the sleek macaw look that you have.
Alright, guys, I've got to commit more crimes.
Yeah. That is definitely the answer here.
Yeah, I've got to commit more crimes. Like, honestly,
Yeah. And you've got to be
500
seen.
gold. Yeah, I got to be seen doing it. Right, we got to
Yeah.
figure out some crimes that are very noticeable with journalists around.
Yeah. We've got to essentially, we've got to do a media day.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they don't
Journalists or artists, we have to.
Yeah.
There's no choice here.
Yeah, it's just
We
not
could
right.
start our own circulation of propaganda as well.
Also,
That's
that.
Good. That's a good idea. It's a good idea.
The bill does look a bit old, so potentially it's taken a while to reach this far as well. You're kind of on the edge of the kingdom of the islands of Aurora. These are definitely kind of like the outer rim.
Imagine this is my wanted poster from when I was a child.
Maybe.
Well, I'll take it anyway.
So yeah, there's a number of different things. Obviously, there's basic things you can buy in town, shops, etc. But how do you spend sort of the next couple of days while Killian's getting his sword, crafted? Do you spend time in the inn? You get a room in the inn, or do you stay on the boat? Do you stay on La Floridita?
I do want to go check Fantasy Bunnings though too, because of that Gashapon. Obviously, they've stolen necklace, so I do want to round that out a little bit before we do finish off.
Yeah,
because I don't think Paulie would just leave that alone either.
sure.
You know.
Yeah, we can do that. We'll call it call the session ended in sort of 15 minutes. So this will be a good way to kind of round it out. We'll now you don't currently have, because Sorn left with it, the Fantasy Bunnings membership, I believe, or did you get a new one?
Someone will have left it on the ship that Killian went through the thing. Someone on the crew should have it. Whether that's one of us or one of the other crewmates.
That's
that
right.
left the
Yeah, it was left.
IOUs.
It was left in the box. No, and yeah, you just didn't have it until you got the ship back, which you do have it
Yep.
again. So you can open up the portal to Fantasy Bunnings and go through to get the Gashapon token. Absolutely. Good call, Dylan.
Remember where I leave shit some.
So I think it was just like was it like a 10 gold or something like that to open up a portal to Fantasy Bunnings or whatever it was. You get to go to Fantasy Bunnings where all your dreams come true. Got a deal for you.
Sounds familiar.
Highest prices guaranteed.
Yeah. Yeah, if you can't buy it, we'll beat you within 10% of your life.
That's so good.
Cool. All right. So yeah, you head through to Fantasy Bunnings while Killian's kind of getting his sword made, perhaps, and you enter in. You notice that the deals counter is currently closed, and there's sort of one of those like cards that's on there that just says on annual leave.
Son of a bitch.
Gonna be some new deals soon.
But the Gashapon area is absolutely available. It's just the sort of the trade-in / deals desk be closed for now.
Is there any like actual sentient staff that I can have a conversation with?
Sure. There's a tiefling man that's stocking shelves, and then there's a sort of an old gruff dwarf who is just like seems to be very busy in terms of just like walking around the store, but seems to be maybe even just put there to help people with their DIY projects. He just seems to be the crazy old dwarf of this place. Or there's like a young tiefling who's kind of stocking shelves and seems to be actually doing work.
You do need that old gruff guy though. It's important. You know what I mean? You're not going to trust the young dude with what you need for your DIY job. You need to talk to the old
gruff
dwarf.
Dude, the one that knows how to mix every single ever based off of weight.
Yep.
Yeah. So you speak to the old gruff dwarf?
Yeah, absolutely correct.
Yeah. You see, so this old dwarf, he's got sort of a kind of a sort of a black and red kind of mottled skin, and he's got sort of a bright red beard with just like streaks of silver through it, almost like veins of silver through his beard, and on his little like Fantasy Bunnings hat, it says it says Pete. But then someone's written in black, seemingly black marker or ink, crazy above it. Yeah, so you're speaking with Crazy Pete, the magma dwarf.
G'day, Pete. How are you, mate?
Good.
Well, that's bloody good today. Now, look, just wondering.
Oh, yeah, you looking for a bit of a project, are you?
Yeah, a couple of projects, but first off, where the fuck is the Deals Warlock?
Oh, you're looking for Garfield, ain't it?
Yeah, I hope so.
Well, he's his own long service leave, isn't he?
Yeah, fucking prick. He owed me something.
In the background, Karu leans over to Yama and he's like, "How does he know what he's saying?"
Actually, that's so good. I feel like this is the only time that Paulie can ever say that he's speaking. What's it called? Thieves can't.
Yeah.
Because Australian is definitely just thieves can't. Let's be honest here, guys.
Perfect.
I love
We,
it.
we see you got a pretty good union, so you got a good leave package.
Yeah, well, fucking yeah, good on him. But I mean, yeah, I bet the dog doesn't even pay his fucking dues.
Well, he always makes a deal for it, doesn't he?
Yeah, fucking he does. I bet he's right there in the fucking meeting, making sure that he gets everything he needs and fuck the rest of the boys. Anyway,
He pulls,
do you know where he
a
might
small
be?
like cob pipe out of his beard and like sticks it in his mouth and just like flicks his like thumb, not even to light a match, just like sparks come off his thumb to light the little pipe as he like
I'll try and light it for him. You know what I mean? Like I'll
Yeah,
try and
yeah.
light it for him before he can.
Oh, this is very kind of you, young fella.
Nah, no worries, buddy. That's all right. But yeah, fucking, you seen where he is? You see where he's gone?
Well, I know he had a big, stormy-looking giant fella come in here and have a bit of a chat with him, and then he said he was taking time off.
Nah, dead set. That big storm giant guy's a right fuckwit. Don't fucking trust anything around him. If that deals warlock's going to him, he's a fucking rat.
Yeah, he was telling me he's building a cage out of gold, and I told him, mate, you can't build cage out of gold. It's malleable. You'll be able to chew right through that bad boy.
Oh, mate, you know what? That storm giant would probably fucking do that. Yeah, fuck that prick. Don't worry about it. I know, and you know that the best cage is made out of electrum.
Well, yeah, you're not going to be able to chew through electrum. You break your bloody teeth off.
You bloody would.
What can I do for you, young fella? No deals, Warlock here today. We have a great deal on candy stripe paint.
Candy stripe paint. Yeah, bloody great. That's good to know. Nah, look, I'm just trying to find that deals warlock. So, if you do have any chance by knowing him, mate, yeah, it'd be bloody good if you told me.
Well, he's on leave, but I could probably give him a message when he gets back. Leave something by the door, or leave him by his
Yeah.
desk. He's going to get that when he gets back.
Yeah, that's fine. No, yeah, leave a message. Say, you're never going to get this, you dog, because you're going to fucking be dead.
He sort of contemplatively smokes his pipe, thinking about it, and goes, all right, I'll give him a message. Is that dead D-A-D? Is that dead D-E-D?
D-E-D, please. Thank you very much.
Oh, I got you, young fella.
Your dog, and then dog is spelled D-A-W-G.
Oh, yeah, naturally.
Yeah, good. Pete, you're not as crazy as they fucking say you are, but you're right in my books, mate.
Well, I was a bit mad in my younger life, but that's me son now. Me young son Max, he's the mad one, but they call me Pete.
Well, I'm bloody proud to meet you, Pete.
Pleasure, mate. I've been here, 200 years, man and dwarf. And if you need anything else around here, you let Pete know. Don't bother the young fellas. They get a bit spooked when a professional like yourself and me comes in and has a look at them.
No, I fucking know what you mean, mate. No, pleasure. Yeah, no, you're a bloody good champion. Thank you, mate.
This has been my most favorite interaction to witness. My God.
I completely agree.
And the little Mad Max nugget as well was great.
Yeah.
So
Let's
good.
just keep going.
Yeah. Yeah, we got 8
That'd
more
be good.
minutes. Keep going.
Yeah.
I guess
Yeah,
Pete will
Kari,
walk.
what
How
else
about
do
Pete
we
will walk
need?
you over to the Goshapon section. He's like, young fellow, a little bit of water elf, my boy. Yeah, we come here with the fantasy Goshapon. Your dad bring you to do the Goshapon.
Oh, yeah, you're right, mate. Thank you very much. Cheers.
Got to bring coin though. You put a coin in, you turn it. Make sure you turn it clockwise. I don't want to tell you how many times I've seen people try and turn it anti-clockwise. It just gets them right fucked up all around. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, no, I get you, buddy. I get you completely. Yeah, no.
Yes. Kara's just like behind him. Yes.
So Karu, you have a fantasy Goshapon token. I'm not sure if anyone else has any. It's been a while since you've been back at Bunnings. I've been lax in not giving you more tokens. But as a bit of a reminder, I have essentially a loot table for each of you. for the Fantasy Goshapon. So whoever puts the coin in, I custom made an item or a list of items for you, and there is a more generic list as well. That if you roll on that, it's just sort of kind of for anyone. But there is potential for who's going to use the token? Kara, you have it in your hand, but obviously someone else,
I'm using it.
Kara is using use it.
Yeah, good, yeah.
It was given to me.
Sure. All right. What do you do?
Just D100. I put the coin in the thing and I turn it.
You put the lime in the coconut and drink it all up.
I turn it clockwise. Legit. No, this is me forgetting what he just said. So maybe Kari does it, and then you sort of see him doing the with his hand, and then he maybe turns to look back to be like, "Wait, oh, that way, okay."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Roll me a D15, please.
Ooh. 10.
10. Okay, so you put the coin in, the token in. You look over it, Crazy Pete, and start to turn it clockwise, and you get the little nod, silent nod, ka-chunk, ka-chunk, and this capsule rolls down the Goshapon, and you open up the little trap, open it up, and inside, when you pop it open, there is a tiara that has a little the kind of symbol in the middle is almost like a blood drop kind of symbol, or like a teardrop but red, and underneath it is what appears to be sort of like a glass or like a cup of wine, some sort of cup.
Ooh.
And Crazy Pete goes over to the big book, opens it up, and he goes, "Oh yeah, right. Let's have a look here, shall we? Oh, you'd be pretty happy about this. This is the Victorious Tiara of Blood and Wine. Now, while you're wearing this bad boy, whenever you kill something, you're going to get a little bit of a health buff equal to your level."
Ooh.
So,
With enough ale, maybe they can be
Victorious
inured
Tiara of Blood
against
and
the
Wine,
horrors
whenever the
Yeah,
below.
does Paulie have to translate this for them as
yeah,
well?
yeah. Whenever
I rolled a wisdom save and it didn't come through, but I got an 18, so I get it.
whenever the bearer kills a creature, and this is non-minions, I think, for simplicity's sake, and you can't just keep cockroaches in your pocket for this. Whenever the bearer kills a creature, they gain temporary hit points equal to level. So
That's fun.
whilst wearing this, if you get a kill, you'll get, what level are you on? 13, so you get 13 temporary hit points. Obviously, temporary hit points can't stack. You just go to the highest thing of hit points, temporary hit points given. So if you are on 10, use up half of them, and you get another 10, it just takes you to 10. It doesn't go to 15.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I gotcha. What was that called again? Sorry.
The Victorious Tiara of Blood and Wine. It's not a real item. A lot of these I've created just for custom. I'll put it in the chat. Excellent.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, Fantasy Bunnings, successful trip.
Well, semi-successful.
Semi-successful.
We left him a note saying he's dead.
Yeah. D-E-D. Dead.
D-E-D. Dead.
Yeah, dog.
Dead, you're dead, dog.
Got that dog in you. Don't be dead. So you're spending a bit of time on the island. You spend a bit of time Fantasy Bunnings, Killian, you get your cool sword made. spending a bit of time around the inn. Yama, you're asking people if they've heard any rumors of hobgoblins. Have they seen any people like you? A couple of people have said, "Oh yeah, I think we saw some of those kind of ships, but they haven't come here until one morning. There's a knock on the door, and it's that little old man, and with him is sort of a capable-looking swordswoman. And you answer the door poorly. He says, I'm sorry to trouble you all, but I'd like a few minutes of your time. My name is Whiston, and this is our guard captain, Serana. I'll get right to the point. We're in a lot of trouble, and I was hoping I could persuade you to help us out.
I reckon we can help. What do you reckon, guys?
Yeah.
If the price is somewhat correct.
Background just around. What? Help? Yeah.
He says, look, I don't want to... I'm so glad you said that, because we... I'll get right to it. Our town is under attack.
Aha!
Is
Well,
there a comedic explosion in the background behind him?
It's probably like at that point you hear like a bell start ringing, like of something's obviously been spotted off the coast, kind of thing.
Is it hobgoblins?
Yeah, who's attacking?
Tell us it's hobgoblins.
Indeed. Yeah, there have been hobgoblin raiders kind of around these islands for a couple of days now. We've heard rumors of them attacking some of the kind of outlying islands and waylaying travelers. And then Serana kind of cuts in. We've had some trouble with them before, raids on smaller islands, but usually not that bad. This seems to be a little bit different. It looks like a large, aggressive tribe, perhaps, has moved down out of the Dragon's Teeth Mountains. I fear they might be numerous enough to sack the entire town. And beyond the immediate threat to our homes, I mean, this chain of islands is our lifeblood. If the hobgoblins make their way all the way to Brindle, I mean, trade won't come this way. We'll be ruined even if they go around us. And so we would like to ask you for help to repel these raiders from our town. Could you help us do that?
Yeah,
You know what?
Their leader.
Absolutely.
Yep. I think it's a yep.
He sort of looks a bit shocked, and says, "Well, I'm very glad that we didn't press the issue of that wanted poster. So kind. Look, and you're hearing like the ring of the bell in the background, and as you kind of rush out to kind of look onto the town itself or look out into the bay, there's a couple of small, what are they called, Kate? Oh, I don't know. I'm asking Kate because Kate would know as the hobgoblin expert. What are the boats? They're like triremes, like the kind of
Oh, the Greek boats.
yeah, maybe not that. They're definitely the kind of boats with like
Viking boats.
yeah, with like heaps of oars. Like this is
They're Greek.
Yeah.
Triremes, yep.
I'm imagining something like that as kind of the vanguard of whatever this navy is. You definitely don't see a huge amount of ships on the horizon. There's sort of like 2 or 3, but you know that on each of these there can be upwards of 20 or 30 hobgoblins each.
Well,
So what do each of you do as like the bells ringing, people are starting to come out of their houses. It's early in the morning. Yeah, people are a little bit sort of what's going on, and you can hear kind of the panic starting to rise up from the villagers of this town as they're yelling out, "Raiders, hobgoblin raiders!"
We're like, fuck. Well, I guess we're gonna be doing this faster than we thought, Yama. Let's fucking go!
Yeah, I guess they're coming for us. Maybe if there's like an evacuation point for the like villagers, maybe Yama's like helping shuffle some people as he sees them or that kind of thing.
So you're trying to evacuate them from the town itself, kind of thing, away from the beach?
Yeah,
or-
further away from where they're coming from. Yeah.
Yep.
Maybe he's just using his like booming voice to call a bit of order and direction.
Absolutely. Yeah. Give me a persuasion check or intimidation, I guess, if it's sort of angry yelling.
Yeah, let's go with intimidation. He's a scary hobgoblin, so I think that's the vibe.
I love the idea of, and I know this isn't the chain of events
Mhm.
because Killian, you were there when the person asked for help, but I love the idea of like, Paulie's been asked for help. The party's like, "Oh shit, we need to help people," and then Killian walks out of the forge like, "I got it."
People running, screaming, running away.
Check it out, and just everyone's like, "Oh my god, we're all gonna die."
Killing said, whoa. It's not that scary, guys. Okay, God.
Excellent.
It's a cool sword.
With the 24, people start, getting to attention very quickly. The swordswoman, Sarana, she kind of looks over at you as you start sort of taking command, and she takes a cue from you to start sort of forming up a bit of a militia and getting sort of the women and children, the kids, like, further inland away from the shores and kind of away from the town itself. And on the horizon, silently, these ships start getting closer and closer, and that's probably where we'll end it for this week.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Very cool.
Love it.
How was that? Was that fun?
Good.
Very fun.
Good.
Thank you.
Crazy Pete,
We
right?
got
I gotta
some,
write
like,
that
crazy
down.
stuff with it.
Crazy Pete's gonna be around more, yeah.
Crazy
Yeah,
people
no,
love it.
yeah.
I just thought, like, oh, what would Crazy Pete do if he was on the ship? Is he the Frankie of the ship? The
Actually fixing stuff.
the shipwright. Yeah.
We
That was
could
very
convince him.